Hey y'all, welcome to a new homemaking video. So today we are getting some house chores done before we head off to Dollar Tree and Walmart to look at all of their spring/Easter decor. I even noticed Walmart had out quite a bit of baskets that would work for spring organization. So I'll show you those as well. Their spring fashion because they have a lot of that out. And then at the end of this video, we are going to be cooking and then closing shift in the kitchen. So I hope y'all enjoy this video. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Subscribe if you are new, and let's just get into it. So the first thing I'm doing is making the bed, and then I'm just going to get a few things around the house picked up before we leave.
Baby, I will show you how you can catch my vibe. And right here we got so much time, looping in the blurry lights. Get in my way now, don't be shy. We'll be here dancing day and night. Get in my groove now, don't be shy. Cause I got this list of my favorite things. You could be the part where it all begins. You could be the first and the second and the third and the rest of it. You could be one of the things I love. Sunday morning breakfast with my bedroom door locked. I like everything that has a cherry on top. Get on my list of the things I love, love, love. You could be the one I trust. All the second chances.
I'm making my way to the laundry area, and then I'm going to be emptying out this trash because Aaron's going to take the trash off later on. But I wanted to get these blankets washed, and I'm out of laundry detergent. So while I'm at Walmart, we're going to pick up some household supplies, and I'll show you those in a haul later on.
Love, 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 the things I love, the things I love. Cause I got this list of my favorite things. You could be the part where it all begins. You could be the first and the second and the third and the rest of it. Get in my way now, don't be shy. We'll be here dancing day and night. Get in my groove now, don't be shy. You could be one of the things I love. Sunday morning breakfast with my bedroom door locked. I like everything that has a cherry on top. Get on my list.
So last night I did share an Instagram reel of me closing shift in the kitchen, but I did not wash the silverware because it's just my least thing that I like to clean. But I wanted to go ahead and get these knocked out because I really have enjoyed keeping the house pretty much clean, just like as a regular basis. That way I can focus on, like, if I want to deep clean one room one day, I don't have to focus like picking up all the mess in the house. I can really just clean one room and then do the, everyday light cleaning, like messing up the dishes and stuff like that. Because I've been cooking a lot more lately, it's even more important for me to stay on top of the house cleaning. So it's been really nice. And later on, when we do make the spaghetti, I'm actually going to be making a homemade spaghetti sauce. Well, I don't know if you can call it homemade, but we're basically going to be making it from like diced tomatoes, tomato paste, stuff like that, instead of buying the jar. So that's going to be fun to do with y'all later on.
And I'll be alright. I'll be right here. I swear that I'll stay here with you. Hold me closer. I wanna stay here with you.
So now I've got this basket of laundry right here, and I told y'all earlier that I needed to wash the blankets, but actually, yeah, I am. Okay, so there was blankets in, I don't even know where these were, but I have like a bunch of blankets in here already. So I must have had to wash 2 loads of blankets. But anyways, that's what I'm doing right now. Sometimes I do get questions of like, how do you have so much laundry? And I think it's just like a combination of towels. I use a lot of washcloths to clean and help me with like filming the cleaning videos. So a lot of times half the load is just full of washcloths. towels, blankets, because we have pets, so they get really hairy. I like to wash them about once a week. I wash the sheets every other week, so that's another thing. I feel like I'm always washing a load of laundry, but I do have an agitator in the middle of my washing machine, which is good for washing clothes, but it makes it to where you have to do small loads. And personally, I like to do small loads anyways. I feel like your clothes get cleaner if you don't fill the washing machine all the way full of clothes. So normally I would just fill it like halfway. So they're like half loads, but pretty much every day or every other day, it seems like I'm washing a load of laundry. So now we are done with the daily house chores and we're heading over to Dollar Tree to check out all of their spring decor. They had some really cute wall art like this over here. I loved that first one. I really like this as well. I got something similar to that last year, but it makes it like look like a cutting board. I also have this, but I noticed behind it they have a really cute carrot patch one with a blue truck. So these are the premium items. The Reese's, that was $5, but these are $1.25, I believe. I've heard that Dollar Tree is changing to $1.75, but these are still $1.25. They have a ton of picks if you like to make your own wreaths or garland. Lots of ornaments for trees if you still have a tree out. And then I love these little bottle brush trees. They have some pretty wreaths over here in the premium section. I think they were about $5, which is a really good deal, honestly. And we'll see some wreaths as well at Walmart. They have some garland right here with the eggs on it. And then I'm pretty sure these are the like bubbles. Some snack cups. I really liked this oven mitt because it was the rubber kind. Some more garland. These are $3. And then these floral arrangements are $5. And then Erin found a 4-foot inflatable for $5. And then they had a peep blanket for $5 as well. I don't need an extra cup, but they did have those really cute peep cups and a peep welcome mat. And then they had all their summer garden picks out and wind chimes. We'll definitely have to come back later on and get some of these. And if we thought this was cool, it goes on your post to light it up. Then they had a lot of party supplies. These look pretty plastic floral plates, floral place mats. I have the gold ones. And then this is the stuff that we saw at the very front. I just love how pretty their candles are. And now we're headed over to Walmart to see their spring everything. Because there was just so much. Starting out with these peep baskets right here. I just thought these were so cute. I like the nice shimmering color on them. Peep has definitely taken over Walmart, that's for sure. You can find Peep everything here. Peep bows, Peep dresses, Peep blankets, Peep headbands, Peep bath bombs. So much stuff. And then there are bunnies everywhere. Like, if you have been wanting this bunny for the past few years, there's probably hundreds of them at this Walmart. It's crazy. And I went to the Walmart in Lexington, North Carolina, just in case y'all are local and you want to go over there. That's where I was. They have these little egg cartons and then the eggs right here that you can put in them, and they were ceramic. I really liked these neutral carrots, 98 cents, which is a great deal. And then this wreath's really pretty with the eggs on it and the faux eucalyptus leaves. So many giant eggs. And then this bunny right here with the floral fabric, I almost bought, but I genuinely just don't need anything Easter decor related. I feel like I am covered. So I'm leaving that behind for someone else that thinks it's pretty. And then they did have a few Christian related pieces, but honestly, not that many. It was a bunch of bunnies and a bunch of eggs, if I'm being honest. And then I noticed how these eggs match the bunny. So if you're doing a theme, then she has all of the patterns. I can't remember the name, but we'll see it later on. So I'll show you like an up close because I can't remember who she is, but it's a woman that does all of this stuff. Oh, My Texas Home. That's what it is. She even had a throw blanket that matched the blue bunny. It's so cute. And some of this stuff, honestly, if you're getting married or you're having a gender reveal party, there's so much like blush pink and light blue that would work for either one of those. Like, just look how pretty these eggs are. I love the color. I am definitely a color person. I'm not too fond of neutrals. I like neutrals in my home as like a base so that I can decorate with lots of colors. That wreath was not $1.24. It was just over there, but they have so many pics over here. I thought these were cute with the little bunny ears you could like clip onto a wreath or a tree. And then this garland was so fun, like disco balls, but eggs, and then the carrots, and they had more bunny ears. And then, of course, they have all their like little party supplies over here. Plates, paper, napkins. I really like these paper plates right here. They're just so beautiful. And then some party trays right here. And then all the supplies to do any kind of baking you want to do. So this was over in the home decor section, but they also had a bunch of baking supplies in the grocery section of Walmart. So Aaron noticed these chicken baskets over here, and I thought it was so funny that someone came over here and put eggs in the chicken basket. So clever. I want to know who did that. And then these reminded me of being a kid, like early Y2K with the plastic. Do y'all remember having the clear backpacks? I feel like that was so popular when I was young. And then this is what I'm talking about more so for like all throughout the year, spring and summer organization. You could put magazines, books in there, yarn if you like to crochet. I really liked these blue and white plaid baskets. And then there's some more mesh baskets right there that you could use for organization as well. They even had some Easter gift bags out. And then a ton of these little wicker baskets. And now we're going to move on to the fashion, but I've heard a lot of people say, because eggs are expensive right now, that this year everybody is going to be painting potatoes. So let me know if you're going to do eggs or you're going to paint potatoes. And then also I think you can get fake eggs on like Amazon and places like that if you didn't want to do real eggs. But I really liked all of their new spring clothing. It's so pretty. I love spring because it's just when all the colors come out, and I'm just drawn to the colors. So they had so many spring and summer dresses, all the denim you could ever ask for, chambray, and like the regular denim jackets. They had mini dresses, maxi dresses, midi dresses. And these dresses were pretty affordable if you're on a budget. I noticed a bunch of the mini dresses were only $10.
Let's have a drink, just relax, all your problems will fade. If you're ready for a good time, count on me. There's a party in the backyard, dance your problems away.
I really liked those crochet vests with the tassels on the bottom and then the dresses to go underneath them. And then they also had quite a few swimsuits out, so I figured I would show you all those while we were over here. I really like the red and white pinstripe one.
It feels alright all night. We're all about the good vibes, all about the good vibes.
So let me know what your favorite thing was in this Walmart and Dollar Tree shop with me. Did anything stand out to you? Is there anything you think you're going to go and get? So I did pick up some great value paper towels, great value paper plates, and my favorite laundry detergent is the Persil Everyday Clean Original. It smells so good. I mean, and it gets your clothes super clean. So I'm going to go ahead and start that load of laundry that we put in the washing machine earlier on today. And then we're going to do some more things around the house.
There's a party in the backyard, dance your problems away. I'm all about the good vibes. I know you're all about the good vibes. We are all about the good.
So I'm getting out some hamburger meat that I put in the refrigerator earlier because tonight we're going to make spaghetti. So I'm just setting that out on the stove, and then I'm going to put away the items that we got today from Walmart.
Hey, darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey, darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around.
So I'm going to be pulling out the clothes from the washing machine that we had washed earlier, but first I'm going to go ahead and fold the stuff that was in the dryer. That way I don't have to put it on my oh my gosh, I was going to say couch, but I know it's technically a love seat, but let's just call it a couch. Anyways, so while I'm doing that, I was watching my friends Marcos. They were Marcoing me and each other because one of our friends just was able to buy their home, which is super exciting because they have been wanting to buy a home for a while now. So I'm really happy for them. And it's so beautiful too, but anyways, for their privacy I won't say like who they are or anything, but I'm really happy for them. So now I'm just switching over the clothes that were in the washing machine and putting them in the dryer. This sweatshirt I got from the bar is kind of like a splurge, so I'm not going to put it in the dryer and I'm just going to let it hang dry, even though I feel like I can put it in the dryer. But it's got the embroidery on the front, so I want it to last as long as possible.
Leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air.
Hello. I feel like I'm reintroducing myself since I have been like so quiet in the past like probably 5 videos, I feel like. So we're just gonna chat because I'm gonna kind of explain why, even though I know I don't need to. I know some of you are gonna be like, you don't ever need to explain anything. But I already shared this over on Instagram, but I figured I would share it here as well, just in case there's any of y'all that are not following me over there. Okay, so here we go. I'm so nervous. Okay, the little clicking noises I do on the roof of my mouth, I'm so sorry. I don't know when that started, but even I notice it. Try not to do it now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, get to the point, girl. I don't want to be too TMI, but like this is TMI. I'm a TMI girlie, okay? Last week I was on my luteal phase, and when I'm on my luteal phase, which is like a week or so before you get your PMS, you know, I get so fatigued. I lose a lot of my energy, and I feel kind of just numb, like not sad, not depressed, just kind of just mellow, like nothing really, you know what I mean? But then when that goes away and the time of the month starts, I actually start to feel a lot better, and I get a lot more energy back. So I was doing the ASMR style videos, one, because it's a way for me to be creative with the filming. I like hearing the noises, I like all of that, like it's really relaxing to me. And I noticed it's relaxing to a lot of you as well. But on yesterday's video, a lot of you were honest and let me know that you do miss this version of me, the upbeat, energetic, bubbly, chatty person that I am 3 weeks out of the 4. But that 1 week before the period, I am just kind of blah. Chloe, she wants to eat, so I'll be back. All right, I've got her food in the bowl. If she eats it, I won't know. I don't know. She's circling it like she's curious. So, fed her. Now I'm trying to remember what we were talking about. Okay, the luteal phase. Yeah, that happens to me. There's something, they call it something whenever you do feel kind of down and like really low, almost like super fatigued, but I can't remember what it's called. I don't know if it's PMDD or PMD. It's something like that. It has to do with the, you know, being a woman in that time of the month. Anyways, so there's that was part of it, and it was a good time for me to be able to share a little bit of my artistic side with the videography. That's what it was. A lot of you had said you miss the bubbly side of me. So she's here. I'm here today because I do have more energy today, and tomorrow I'll have even more, and the next day I'll have even more. I do kind of get like that. You know, there will be a week where I don't want y'all to worry about me if you see a little shift, because that is just something that happens each month. And I want to be true to how I'm feeling. That way, when I'm sharing content with y'all, you get the version of me, whatever that means, in the present, you know? But there was another aspect, and that is I was just so focused in the wrong direction. I don't even know for how long, but I would definitely say growing a channel, every time you hit different milestones, you know, you'll get a large group of people that are like supportive and here for it, and then there will be a lot more criticism and picking apart of everything that you do. I knew that I had to take kind of like a pause, that way I could reset, both listening to my body and what it's going through during that week, and then also understanding that a lot of what I was expressing verbally was reactionary and defensive on my Instagram stories. That is where I would do that. It was like, you know, I feel an impulse and then I go with it, and I'm like, I lash out almost and rant, and it's not even me. Like, it is me, it's coming out of me, it's my mouth that's doing it, but it's reactionary to what I am getting thrown at me. The few, like very few, I don't even want to really talk about it because I don't want to give any attention to those few. But, you know, sometimes I will get a DM or a message, and I will express how I feel, and then I'll get a message that is just like completely invalidates it, or makes me feel like it's not okay for me to share how I feel. And it's not okay for me to react the way I was, but to me it is important to be able to share how you feel. If you're sad, if you're upset, if you're happy, all of those things. And it doesn't mean that you're too sensitive, or you have, like, someone said I have the thinnest skin of everyone on the internet, and I am very sensitive, but it's because I see things from how I treat people, and then when I don't get treated that way, I feel very, like, it's very sensitive for me, because I am not used to treating people that way. So I had an incident where a person, which I honestly don't even think they were a subscriber, it's none of you, so I don't want y'all to think about that it's one of you at all. It was just a person that was calling me like every name under the sun you can think of in a message, and being reactionary like I was, I took a screenshot of it and I shared it on my Instagram, and honestly I felt embarrassed that I did that. I took it down within probably 20 minutes of it being up, but at that point it was already there, and a few people, or maybe even like 20 to, I don't even remember how many people saw it, but anyways, I reacted in a way that was ugly because I was hurt, and when people are hurt, they do things that they wouldn't normally do, or say things that they wouldn't normally say, and I was just like playing into it. I was being nasty. You know, it's important for me not to take what someone else says and the energy that they're saying it in, and it's important for me not to be influenced by that and then turn around and kind of give them that same energy back, because then I become the hateful person, you know, and that's not okay. So I took this week to just be quiet, honestly, and listen to me, and I had to give myself time to be able to listen to me and understand that actually I'm not that person that lashes out at people when they get criticism and not constructive feedback. I know there's a difference. I mean, I don't even want to repeat the words that they would say, but it's just like severe bullying. And also, not like, I know I'm explaining to people that know what bullying is. I know y'all know what bullying is, but part of me is like, maybe if I just let those people know that that is bullying, then maybe one day they'll change. But I have to be realistic and know that sometimes people are just the way they are, and no matter how much we try to get them to see a different point of view, they have their point of view. And if that means that they message people and tell them things that I would never tell my worst enemy, I don't even have an enemy, but if I did, I wouldn't even want to say that. Like, even when I get really harsh words thrown at me, I don't want to hurt them. I don't want to say things that are equal to what they're saying to me or about me. And I didn't like how I was acting. So I'm glad that I just pivoted and changed my content up to where I could create videos and also work on myself a little bit. And I still have a lot of work to do, but I wanted to just, like, I felt like I was becoming really arrogant and ugly, and I don't want to live in a world where I'm just reacting to what's thrown at me. So from now on, if someone says something to me that hurts me, I am going to ignore it. I'm going to let them say what they want to say and just not respond, because that is what that kind of person wants. Even that person, they were laughing at the stories. They were having a really good time at seeing me react, like almost come out of character, as in who I am. It was like they sent this energy to me and I just ate it and then spewed it back out. And I didn't want to be that person, because I'm not that person. And today, I said this on Instagram too, I was like, I'm going to turn on my camera and I am going to think of the women that leave lovely comments, and I am going to make this video for them, as in for y'all. That way I'm not reacting, because I do feel like a part of me, even in the like cozy ASMR, barely even see my face, barely even get a word out of me videos, they are pretty and they are relaxing, but there was a part of me that was like hiding myself, because I thought, if I don't give those people anything to go off of, then I won't get attacked. And I don't normally give them anything to go off of until I react to their comment or their message or share something on my Instagram stories. And so I was just kind of hiding myself a little bit. And on top of that, you know, because it is the luteal phase, I already feel like not myself during that week. So it's just a combination of those things. And I wanted to share that with y'all, because I know some of you were like, are you okay? What's going on? So that was pretty much what it is. Just giving myself time to kind of protect myself a little bit and focus on what I should have been focusing on all this whole time. Like probably the past 2 years, I have been focused on the wrong things, the wrong people. And I want to focus on the 22,000 of you that subscribed for a girl that isn't afraid to express herself, and not react to things. Yeah, it's just, I don't want to do that. You know, I am a viewer, and when I see content creators say, if you don't like me, don't follow, or if you don't like me, unsubscribe, and a part of me is turned off by that, because I'm like, it feels ungrateful in the moment when I hear it, and I was becoming that version, and I don't want to ever be like that. I don't want to ever come off like I'm ungrateful to be here in this position that I'm in, because y'all have grown me into the position that I'm in, and who am I to take that for granted? Because it could be gone in an instant, and I want to be grateful for y'all and show up for you and be vulnerable enough to accept that when I show up for y'all, sometimes other people are going to show up for me in not a such nice way, and that I can just be at peace with it and acknowledge that if I'm going to be here on a public platform, that is going to happen. And one positive thing is, if you have hate that comes at you, you are doing something right. I know that sounds kind of weird, but you know, it's true. If you get, you know, because in the beginning it's all positive, you hardly ever see any kind of negativity at all. But the more you grow, the more variety of people you get, the variety of opinions, criticism, feedback, all of that, and that's a sign that you are growing. And if you want to continue to grow, you cannot let the people that want to tear you down and stomp on your plant that's growing, you cannot focus on them you got to focus on the ones that are watering you. And that is what I am deciding to do. I love the word decide. It's honestly a very assertive word to me, and it is empowering. Like, I'm deciding to be more healthy. I'm deciding to cook more at home. I'm deciding to keep my house clean, or at least mostly clean. I know it's not clean to everybody, but it is clean to me. And I'm just deciding to focus on the positive in life and not the negative. Because if I live in a mindset of negative, then that is what I'm going to see. I'm going to get a little sciencey with y'all, but our brains cannot process everything. So our brains filter what we choose to focus on. So if I'm focusing on negativity, then when I'm looking at my comments, my brain is going to filter all the good and just point out the negative. And now I want my brain to filter out the negative and focus on the good. But I'm responsible for doing that, which means I have to be intentional with what I'm focusing on. If I even see like a few words and I know that it's going to be harsh, just scroll. Go immediately to a positive one and read that and absorb that. And then over time, my brain, our brains, will start to just filter those out naturally. But it takes us putting in the effort at first to get to the point where our brains just do it naturally. So if y'all even want to do that as an experiment, just pick a car, any color, and say, today I want to see a pink Jeep. I don't know if you're going to see a pink Jeep. Are they out there? But your brain is going to be focused on seeing or seeking out the pink Jeeps instead of all the other color Jeeps that are out there. There was a study done, and I've shared this before, but it really puts in perspective how focusing on the things you want to see shows you more of that. And that is encouraging for those of us that feel like we're stuck in seeing something that we don't want to see, because we have the control to change it. Our brains are really good at the neuroplasticity and rewiring things to see what we want to see. So there was a group of people. They were told to focus on all the people wearing a certain color. So they're going around, they're focusing on all the people wearing the brown shirt. And then at the end of the video, people are like, did you see the man in the like gorilla costume? Nobody saw him because they weren't told to focus on the man in the gorilla costume. So then when you rewind and rewatch it, you see, oh my gosh, there's a man literally standing in the middle of all these people in these shirts that are walking around in a circle, and here he is in a gorilla costume. Wouldn't have even have saw it because I wasn't focused on it. So that's so cool to me that we get to shift that. We get to shift our thoughts and what we choose to focus on. So I choose to live in a positive headspace. I'm deciding that, and that's what I'm gonna do. Because why? We get to do that, you know? And I think that honestly, when people say, how do you deal with your anxiety or when you feel depressed, I choose to focus on things that are gonna make me feel better instead of focusing on the anxiety or the depression. Because if I focus on those things, then that is how my life is going to be. And I don't want that to be the way my life is. And we only get one chance, you know. So, gotta make it last. Gotta make it worth it. So yeah, anyways, that's my tangent. I'm back. I'm chatty. and I will let y'all know when I'm feeling that week of the month where I feel not myself. I'll let you know that I'm not feeling myself. That way you don't have to worry, because I don't ever want y'all to worry about me. And we're gonna make spaghetti right now. I'm gonna ground up the hamburger meat, and then I'm also gonna boil the noodles. I'm not even using spaghetti noodles. I'm gonna use the little swirly ones. And what else? I'm gonna do homemade spaghetti sauce, so that's gonna be interesting, because the last time I made it was with like actual tomatoes from my garden, so I've never actually even made it this way. I got diced tomatoes and tomato paste. Also, the other thing is, I feel like because I was getting so much, or I was focusing, because it's not even a lot, it's like 1%, if that, but because I was focusing on the wrong things, it felt like that was just all consuming, and I started to focus on myself, like how I act, like almost obsessively, just talking about myself, thinking about me and how I show up, and are my feelings valid. And I will say, like, although there are a lot of lovely people that will validate how you feel and understand how you feel, the internet is not the place to come to seek validation for how you feel emotionally. It is so important to have friends and family that you can talk to and share how you feel, because you know that they love and care about you and will be able to, you know, kind of help you see things that maybe you're not seeing, because that's definitely something that I appreciate out of having friends and family, that I can like text or go talk to Aaron and tell them how I'm feeling. And I think it's also important to have like women that you're close to, because men are, some are, but some men, I feel like a lot of men are just not very emotional, and it may be difficult for them to kind of talk to you like a woman would talk to you. So it's important to have those friends as well that can be like, yeah, I understand why you're crying, why you're upset, and this, I get it, like all those things. Because sometimes men are like, give me a hug, I love you, like they want to comfort you, but they don't always know like what to say. Which I get that too. I don't always know what to say to people either. And because I was getting, you know, I was reacting online for everyone to see, I would get like, especially if you entertain those types of messages, then those people are going to message you. As soon as you show that you're emotional, they will message you, and they are so quick to make you feel like it's not okay for you to cry, you're too sensitive, and it just makes you feel like, am I allowed to feel? And yes, you are, but it's important to feel to the right people, a safe space, you know. And the internet is just not the place to do that. Because if you cry on the internet, trust me, there will be people that are going to kick you when you are already down. And then they're just going to make you feel like you've got to harden yourself. And you don't. If you have thin skin, as they call it, that's okay. You do not have to let the world callous you, as Jaclyn Hill once said. She said that. I didn't come up with that. But she's right. You do not have to get calloused skin in order to be online. But I think it is important to have some boundaries for yourself and not show every emotion or like online, because when you're the most vulnerable, people will react to that, and it's something to be cautious about. That's what I'll say. If you can express yourself online and take all the heat from it, then that's okay. But if you're someone like me that's sensitive and you're going to the internet to kind of feel better, I just don't feel like it's a great use of your heart, because it could damage it even more, and you don't want to be the person that just stops feeling altogether. You want to be able to feel, and like know that it's okay to feel that way. Okay, so anyways, that's I sound a lot older than I am. But when people sound like, I always get, "You're so wise for your age," and it's because I have had to experience a lot of things, some of which were because of myself, and even the things that were not because of me, it is my responsibility of how I move forward. So we're moving forward. I will protect that side of myself in a way that I do not react to the negativity. And I was so happy that in yesterday's video, when y'all did give feedback, that I was able to accept it for the first time. Like, one of you said the video was boring, and I was like, there will be be one tomorrow. It wasn't even I need to defend myself, or I need to react to this, or I need them to change their mind. I don't like that they think it's boring. I was like, okay, that's all right. Like, that's okay. It can be boring because if it's boring for one, it doesn't mean that it's boring for everybody. And I am a person that focuses on very small details. Like, I'm very detail oriented. I do not see the whole leaf. I see the veins of the leaf. You know, I don't see the whole tree. I see the leaves. That is how I am as a person, which is great. But it's not great when you pinpoint one little thing and make a mountain out of a molehill. So anyways, I will forever be learning, and I think that's very important, because we will die still not all knowing, because we are not God. Anyways, okay, love you. And it is time to cook dinner. Oh my gosh, 26 minutes. I am so sorry. That was very long, and I did not mean it for that to be that long. But also, I'm not sorry, because we do not need to apologize for being ourselves, okay? Does anybody want to join me on this bandwagon of we're taking charge of our lives, okay? We're not letting other people control or dictate or turn us into something that we do not want to be. Okay. All right. This is what happens when I talk, y'all. My mouth opens and then it does not shut. But it's about to shut, because I'm going to show y'all some boiling water. Also, since I'm a person that cares, I'm just sitting here thinking, oh my gosh, what if one of my fellow YouTubers has ever told people not to follow them if they don't like them, or unsubscribe? If you've ever done that, I understand why you have, and I don't want you to feel like I'm saying that you're bad or anything like that. We sometimes lash out when we're hurt, and I think honestly for me, it's like, if you get backed into a corner, you feel scared and you don't know what to do. So sometimes you fight, flight, or freeze. It's like a survival thing. So anyways, I am like empathetic. So I just don't want any of y'all to feel like, oh my gosh, was she talking about me? No, okay, no. There's been plenty of times where I've almost said it, but I just didn't want to, because I've even heard people that are subscribed be like, well, if an influencer says this, even if I like them and they're not talking about me, I'm gonna unsubscribe. So I don't want y'all to feel any sort of way. If I made you feel that way, I'm sorry. But I'm standing over the stove. I've got the hamburger meat right here. I've got the water right here. And I've got diced tomatoes, tomato paste, and then this pasta right here, which is the rosini, gluten-free rotini. I don't think I have a gluten problem, but I will say when I switched to gluten-free pasta, eating spaghetti became pleasurable. Maybe that's a bad choice of words, but I was able to enjoy the food and it did not make my stomach hurt after I ate it. Okay. Alright, I've got the can of tomato paste in there and diced tomatoes. I did drain the diced tomatoes, and if I need to add more liquid, I would just add some chicken broth. But I'm going to add the complete seasoning, which this has dehydrated vegetables, garlic, and onion. And it says spices. I don't know what the spices mean, but we're just going to throw some of that in there. And then I'm going to give this a stir and let it simmer for a while. Oh, so it's looking pretty good texture wise, but I do want to add in some Italian seasoning as well, which I'm going to rate it because I didn't really know what all was in here either. But it's marjoram, rosemary, thyme, savory, sage, oregano, and basil, which I think are great for spaghetti. And I like the garden style spaghetti, but I don't have any of those veggies. So we're just going to do a simple one today. But y'all know I am wanting to cook more from scratch. So during the summer, I use my own tomatoes to make spaghetti sauce. But I figured now we could just use the tomato paste and diced tomatoes. If you have another way that you make spaghetti sauce, let us know in the comments. That way we can all help each other out. That would be very nice. And I've also got garlic bread in the oven, but that is not homemade. That is from the frozen section in your grocery store. It's the Lowe. Y'all saw it in the grocery haul. Okay, I just tasted it and I realized I probably did not grab the diced tomato. Hang on, let me show you. So I bought two different kinds. One was for, I don't even know what I was planning on making with the other one. Chili, but I never even got the beans for chili. Oh yeah, that's hilarious. I was supposed to use one of these. I had picked out fire roasted with garlic because I thought that would be good with spaghetti, and then Italian style. But you know what I grabbed? The green chilies. So it's got a little kick to it. I meant to use one of the other ones. Next time I will make sure I get the right can out of the cabinet. It's alright, we like spicy stuff. Aaron's gonna be like, woo! What kind of spaghetti sauce is this? But otherwise, it tastes good. I was just like, wow, where's that spice coming from? The green chili. Alright, there is our dinner for tonight. Thank y'all for watching today's video, and I will see you back here tomorrow for another one. Bye.
Right now I'm standing in a corner. I see you from across the room.